Yo, what is really good, my dudes? Today is November 13th, 2017, and we got another RuneScape update for y'all. So today we see the release of Shauny's updated item Tooltips. Shauny's been putting his tap time to good use by improving the amount of information that appears when mousing over items. Say goodbye to the days of dragging and clicking. Hovering over an item now reveals more detailed stats, such as remaining charge, volume of contents, time remaining, etc. Now I'm not going to go into major detail because I did show this on the channel time and time again, but basically when you mouse over items, various different items in the game, you're going to get a whole bunch of tooltips that'll tell you very useful information, like I said, time remaining, charges, etc. Just to be quickly on the fly so you don't have to right click, check charges, and look at your chat, you can quickly see with a simple mouse over that information readily available to you, which is a really nice quality of life fix. Anyways, that's really all we got for the main game update, but let's check out these patch notes and see what we got going on over there. Some graphical issues with the Animal Magnetism Quest cutscene have been fixed. The Dungeoneering map has now been separated onto its own top level interface layer and can be moved around via edit mode, game HUD editing. Dungeoneering map will now remember if it was previously opened when starting a new Dungeoneering floor. Opening the Treasure Hunter prize management interface will no longer cause disconnects. Ghosts around Gielinor have now been laid to rest permanently, leading closure to depart from the realm of the living. Their stories will forever live on through the adventurers who heard them, and can be reclaimed via Diango. The November music track is now unlocked automatically on login. Players can now choose whether or not Revolution activates basics, thresholds, or ultimate abilities in the combat settings interface. The Cleave ability can now be used by Revolution, while Action Bar slot 6 has a queued ability. The missing level 55 defense requirement has been added to Saradomin, Zamorak, and Guthix Godbows. The Natural Pet House now correctly displays that it can store 30 pets instead of 25 when examined. Players can no longer access the customization interface via the summoning icon in the Wilderness safe area. A cabbage in Falador cabbage patch that took some time off during Easter 2017 has returned, feeling refreshed and no more less delicious. Brassica Prime be praised. Strange rocks stored in the statue bag can now consistently be removed. An issue was resolved when players activating vulnerability using the borrowed power spell in the Lunar Spellbook. A misplaced apostrophe in Vicendithos's scribblings have been removed. Here are a couple hot fixes that went live throughout the week. Just know that they've already been in the game prior to this update, so nothing new here. Pause it quickly if you really want to check them out for yourself and read them off. Moving on to some ninja fixes. A permanent gold accumulator has been added to the Demonheim rewards shop. The quick prayer interface may now be used in combat. Mining, woodcutting, and fishing resource generation in Dungeoneering on free worlds is now capped at tier 6. Zephyrium, Bovis Strangler, Spinal Leather, Duskweed, Web Snipper. Instead of tier 5, Fractite, Spine Beam, Dromo Leather, Brill, Short-Finned Eel. Spinomatic monsters can now also spawn. Hides in Dungeoneering are now stackable. Cooldown for signs or portents of life or death, and the defense skill cape now continues while logged out. Acadia logs can now be crafted into arrow shafts. Options to immediately climb to the top and bottom of the Lumbridge Castle have been added to the stairs. The Slayer reward shop has been graphically updated to be more in line with current interface standards. The assist interface has been graphically updated. The Mage Training Arena shop interface has been updated to match other interfaces. Players can now augment the Wilderness Sword 4. Prawn balls can once again be opened by rapidly clicking on them. There is now a pray at option at the Kandaran altar in Prifddinas. Free players now have the option to utilize summoning creatures within the dual arena, Spirit Wolf and Dreadfowl. This option can be controlled within the challenge interface via the enable summoning toggle. Gobi supply runs and daily Runesphere hand-ins are now displayed on the D&D tracker. Wilderness restrictions have been added to the Wilderness dungeon entrance to the wilderness. Entering Darkmare after completing the branches of Darkmare will no longer switch a player's title. The Bank All button has been added to the Barrow's loot interface. Luck rings and items now state which item were received, including items from the rare drop table, when informing the player that the item shone brightly. Tier 90 boot component drops from Rune Dragons and Elite Druid Dragons are now more common. Luck messaging will now display in Next Angel of Death, God Wars Dungeon 2, and other areas. Araxi will now generate loot drops when clicking on her corpse instead of when she dies to bring her in line with other boss drops. The skill guide now includes ability unlocks as a filter for attack, strength, defense, constitution, magic, and ranged entries. XP rewards from the Restless Ghost, What Lies Below, Defender of Varrock, and the Fremenic Trial quests are now given in the form of lamps. And that is it for your patch notes. Links to both the patch notes and the main game update will be down in the description below if you want to go check them out for yourself. That is it for the video. If you like to hit that like button, if you're not subscribed and you want to stay up to date on things RuneScape related, then hit that subscribe button. Anyways, I appreciate you guys watching. I am out. Peace.